Do you want it to be easier to dress well and feel great? Then this episode is for you.
You're listening to the Dynamic Women podcast. Each week, you'll be inspired by our global community of women. They'll share with you tools and stories to help you be dynamic in every area of life. He's your host, award-winning coach, and the CEO and founder of Dynamic Women, Diane Rolston.
Hello, everyone. I'm Diane Rolston. I am your host of the Dynamic Women podcast. And in this episode, we are talking to Scarlett De Bease as she discusses more about how to dress like a trailblazer. And this is actually from the Trailblazer Summit. And it's really great because we go through a whole bunch of points around how you can make a good first impression, how to make it a lasting impression, both in person and virtually, and how to be confident in choosing what to buy so that really you can dress like a trailblazer. And of course, she adds in some solutions to problems you may have in choosing what to wear. So Scarlett, welcome.
Hello.
Hi. I can hear you loud and clear. Let everyone know a little bit more about you before I jump into the questions that I have for you. So Scarlett De Bease is a personal wardrobe stylist who shows women entrepreneurs what clothes to wear so they'll make more money, listen up, and attract better clients. She guides her clients to create their own unique signature style, feel fearless and confident and be seen and heard and excited to put themselves out into the world in a way that is game-changing. As the founder of Scarlett Image Consulting and author of Stop Stressing About Dressing, her one-of-a-kind in-person and worldwide online workshops reveal how a more powerful presence leads to more opportunities and more profit. Amazing. So let's just start right off the bat. How do we make a good first impression? And how do we make it a lasting impression, both in person and now these days, virtually?
Okay, so it starts off with how you look on the outside is how you feel. You're showing how you feel on the inside. But you can change how you feel on the inside by how you look on the outside. So that's there's a way to manipulate your mood and how others see you. So to make the right, you want the lasting impression should be a good one, right? So to make the great first impression, first should start with how you see yourself in the mirror. That's the first impression you should make to start your day, really. So we start our day trying to figure out what to put on for whatever we're doing that day, whether it's from the waist up or including shoes. And the first reaction is what you see in the mirror. And if it's a good reaction, you're already starting to make a good impression because you're feeling better about yourself.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because some mornings I go, oh, that's what you look like. Okay, let's work on that a little bit. But I really love that, Scarlett, how it's like, let's really check in with ourselves and let's feel good about ourselves first. And really that's who we should be dressing for, is ourselves. Right. So how do we do that, like the whole in-person virtual thing?
So everything starts really with, I always thought everything with the best colors for you. And then it comes to the best fit and the best styling, because a lot of women tend to just throw something on and are thankful that it fits them, but it doesn't necessarily make them feel good about themselves. It doesn't necessarily make them look like they are successful or at least working their way up to being successful. So it's important to put things on that actually fit you. And that doesn't mean it has to be oversized. It doesn't mean that it should be the size you used to be. It should be what fits you now. Immediately when you put on clothes that fit you, not too big, because people think if they wear something very big, it hides everything. It actually just makes you look bigger and sends a message of your hiding, which is not the right message, to be a trailblazer, to be a leader, to be successful, to have that confidence, right? So it really has to be, when I work with somebody, I do the colors and then I show them the clothes that will fit their body as their body is now. So, I have a new client who is a plus size, and she has been gaining weight through the years. And so she's just been buying clothes that fit. They made her look and feel frumpy. They made her not want to go out anywhere.
Yeah.
They made her feel insecure. And when I showed her that there are clothes out there that do fit her,
Yeah.
and that do flatter, it is amazing to see how a person's impression of themselves when they look in the mirror is transformed. So I always ask women to please just go for things that fit you now. I know it hurts. I'm going to use another word. I know it hurts when you're all of a sudden, you were a size 12 and now the 12 doesn't fit. And so you're determined then to lose weight to make it fit. But it doesn't really happen that often that we get to lose the weight. Even if we did, we're not going to have the body we had 20 years ago. It's just not possible without some surgical intervention, perhaps,
Yeah.
So, but if we put something on that fits us now and fits our personality and sets the right message, we will immediately look thinner. We'll definitely look happier and feel happier back to the inside and the outside, and definitely have more confidence. And you can't succeed in life unless you have some confidence. It's really important.
True. So you came to speak today. And so how did you plan what you were going to wear?
I didn't plan it.
Oh, okay.
So I have a philosophy that is for everybody. You can have fewer clothes in your closet, but have more outfits than you've had before. So when you have clothes in your closet, like I do, where a lot of them can be mixed and matched, because I buy specific colors. My clients buy specific colors, and they all go together. My accessories work like that. So I bought this top at White House Black Market for $12 on sale, like in July. And then I bought this necklace in Ohio when I was visiting my family at an art fair, a craft fair. And this morning I went, oh, red, black, raspberry, red, black. This should work. And that's what I did. I mean, and it's warm outside, so I'm not wearing sleeves. I mean, I don't spend any time, and neither do my clients, because everything starts to go together. So
yeah. So
and of course I wear red because that's my signature thing. So I do it because people expect me to wear it.
Being on brand is good.
Yeah.
But what I'm hearing is it's so much easier to dress well when you have the pieces in place. And that's like the same for everything. You're going to eat better when you've got the right foods or the right plan in place. You're going to do better in business when you have the right pieces in place. So how can someone really be confident in choosing what to buy and then what to wear?
Well, when you have guidelines, when you know what to avoid and what works for you. So when, again, it comes back to the colors. So if there are certain colors that are right for you, that's what you should be looking for, whether it's in person or the filters when you're online shopping. If there's a color that's wrong for you, even if it's 50% off and it's Chanel and it's $9.99 now, $9.99 now, it's still not the right thing to buy. You have to stop buying things you don't need, and you have to stop buying things you already have. And once you stop buying what you already have in every color, and once you stop buying something because it's a bargain or because it fits, you're going to have less in your closet. You're going to move some things out that you haven't worn in years. And now you're going to have fewer things in your closet, but you really will be able to have more outfits, because first of all, you can see everything. Everything in there is going to be fitting you and is right for you, is flattering. And so it'll be much easier to put things together. The concept of having a lot doesn't work, because if that worked, women wouldn't keep saying they have nothing to wear.
Yeah.
They have a lot of clothes in their closet. So it really isn't about having a lot. I love to buy new clothes when I see something that works for me. I love accessories because they can change every outfit and make them look totally different. But to keep buying things, thinking that that's going to change years of not knowing what to wear, is not going to work. It's only going to work when you know what's right for you. And that means you have to be willing to experiment and be willing to try things that you ordinarily would never try on.
Yeah.
And they say, don't judge a book by the cover. Don't judge a piece of clothing by how it looks on the hanger. You have to see it on you first. So it's important to experiment a little bit.
Yeah. And so when you do work with your clients, I'm hearing you help them figure out their colors. You help them figure out what actually looks good on their body. And then what type of pieces they need to kind of round out their collection. Is there anything else I'm missing in the things that like really people should go through in order to really dress like a trailblazer?
To really dress like a trailblazer, you want to put on the clothes that are fitting you now, that are making you feel good. If you're pulling on your clothes because they're too tight or falling off because they're too loose, you're not going to be feeling good about yourself. You're going to be distracted. And when you
Yes.
speak to somebody, whether it's what I'm doing now, or you're speaking to somebody, virtually or in a party, whatever, networking, and you're messing around with your clothes, you're not going to be feeling very confident about yourself because you're distracted, and you're distracting people that are talking to you and that are meeting you. So it's really important to have clothes that fit you as you are now. Guaranteed you'll look thinner wearing clothes that fit you now than you would wearing the clothes that are a little too small or a little too big. So sometimes it's just a matter of just only wearing what really works for you. And that's an immediate confidence booster. And it's amazing. And sometimes it means you have to go up a size. And I always tell people, no one cares what the number is on your pants or your top.
Yeah.
You see how it looks on you and how you feel. And the minute you put something on that fits you, as opposed to being a little too tight or worrying about something popping, like a button or a zipper, when you're not worrying about that kind of stuff, you can relax and then you can enjoy life more. And you can, as you say, trailblazer, you can be more of a leader when you're not focusing on yourself so much.
Yeah, exactly. And how interesting. And I want everyone to be kind of connecting with what you've said, Scarlett, around the number on the tag really doesn't matter. And the number on the tag, it's only what we know, unless we maybe have a stylist going to get our clothes, or if we have someone washing, if we're lucky enough to have someone else doing all of our laundry. But it doesn't matter. And what judgment we are putting on ourselves.
Right.
And how it can completely throw us off. Like if you imagine going in for a negotiation or a date or just hanging out with your girlfriends.
Yep.
If you're not dressed in a way that's really going to support you, you're already a step behind. So how can you be that trailblazer and be confident when you don't have that piece together? Now
you can self-check yourself, when now next time you're out someplace or whatever, notice if you keep touching yourself. Not because the fabric is gorgeous, but because you're adjusting. If you're doing a lot of adjusting, with the bra, maybe you need a new bra. If they're too tight here, or your clothes, a lot of women, they wear like a little, I call them toppers, and they keep trying to close them because they think it'll cover up their stomach. And all they've just done now is saying, "Oh, look, I have a stomach and I'm trying to hide it," But if you wear something that just flows on the body, nothing tight, you're not going to be doing that. And it changes how you are perceived, and it changes how you perceive yourself. You're going to not look in the mirror and go, "Oh God, I have to go on a diet." Day after day after day after day after day, I mean, I'm going to do an analysis of women that approach me to hire me. And I'm going to tell you that, just guessing, I think the average age is maybe like 57 years old. But a lot in their 60s, because they finally said, okay, I can't change this on my own, because they think that if you lose weight or go back to a size you used to be, that everything is going to be great. But it doesn't matter what size you are. If it's the wrong style and the wrong fit and the wrong color, it's still not going to work for you.
Yeah.
So,
True.
Don't be putting off, as you're trying to do, taking care of yourself. It's just not worth losing all those years.
Wow. Very true. Very true. Now I'm going to be asking another question, and also it's open to everyone here. If you have a question, I ask that you in the chat box, put the question in all caps. That really helps us to be able to see it. I do have the chat open, so I'm able to see that right now. And if I do miss anything, then my team will support me in that. Now, Scarlett, what are some of the solutions to the problems that people have in choosing what to wear so that you can be your best?
A lot of it is that they buy what they already have. We are attracted to what is not good for us, whether it's chocolate, wine, or sugar, the bad relationship. We're attracted to what we have, and oftentimes it's not really the best thing for us. So it's really important to avoid buying something that's very similar, if not actually identical, to what you already have. And I've seen it in women's closets, or virtually or in person, when they go, "Oh my God, I forgot I had this," or I bought another one because I couldn't find it. You know, it was in the closet the whole time. So
Yeah.
try not to buy what you already have, because you're not going to be able to make more outfits that way. So like I go back before, like, you know, experiment, try something on that you're looking at and going, there's no way in hell I'm ever going to try that or wear that. Try it on anyway, because you might actually discover, which happens, that, I didn't know. Or you're just going to go, this is really a disaster, and put it back on the hanger. But now you know, figure out
Exactly.
what the disaster was. A lot of women make the mistake of having too many bottoms and not enough tops. So it's really important that you can't you can't change an outfit or have a whole wardrobe by having a bunch of different pants and not enough tops. You need more tops than bottoms. And I think it comes to the, now that I think about it, I think women have sometimes more pants than they need, is because, again, oh my God, I can close it. Thank God, I'm going to get it in every color, you know, and you end up only wearing the black ones anyway. So, you know, you don't need the tan, you don't need the navy, you don't, you know, so, so there's, you know, kind of like breaking habits. It's about breaking the habits. And then I always talk about adding accessories, because to me, that's how you add some personality, you know, and it's how you not look like everybody else. And it's not, you know, it's like, if you can show your personality, you're showing your creativity. If you're showing personality and creativity, you're showing that you're out of the box thinker. You're not just like the average person. You're different, and you're someone to listen to, and you're someone to talk to.
You know, what's funny is that in preparation for me interviewing you, I was like, okay, I've got to look my best. And then as my team knows, we had major issues with my connection, my computer this morning. I was very stunted. I wasn't moving smoothly. And so my get ready time was 1 minute after we finished that, which basically was mascara and a little bit of lip stuff. And so I'm someone who accessorizes and who, like, I love jewelry and everything. So it's really funny how when we are around other people who have a certain expertise or a certain level that they're playing at, we want to come up to that level, right? And so that's also why I wanted to bring you here, was that idea of when you surround yourself with other people who are really at the top of their game and their expertise, you want to step up to be in the top of your game. Well, I see some questions in here. Linda's question is, any suggestions for best looks for someone in a wheelchair?
Yeah, sure. We're going back to color, wearing the best colors. And when I talk about colors, I'm talking about the colors that make your eyes sparkle and make your skin look healthy. So anything that's going to make you look sallow, gray, ashy is not right. So always with colors, accessories is great.
Yes.
You know, scarves, if you can handle scarves, or they can be very thin, but that always is a wonderful way to add some color and personality. You want to wear everything, you know, for everybody, really, from the chest up is what matters, you know. And then depending upon if you have any issues with shoes, it would be really fun to wear some fun shoes, you know, to have a little personality, a little kick, no pun intended, you know, to them. And there are some really fun, colorful, there's one company called Apropos, and they make these really, really comfortable flat shoes. They have elastic straps on, so they stay on your feet, and all kinds of fun colors and patterns. So you can have a little fun, you know, you don't have to like try to disappear. You can actually play up the bottom a little bit. But really accessories are a big deal. And earrings and necklaces or scarves are the way to add that style and personality and pizzazz to your outfit.
Yes. Good tips. Yeah, especially to accentuate another area of you that maybe is more on show, but you normally don't put it on show with the shoes. I like that idea. There's another question here from Jackie that says, I always find problems finding things that fit being short and bigger. The arms and length of pants, skirts, and dresses are always way too long for me. Is there a solution for me?
So I'm going to tell you, sounds like you're a petite, and I mean, I really feel for you, because I think that the stores are really being incredibly unkind and not serving the petite population. Most of my clients are 5'2" or shorter. I have some that are 4'9". And it's really hard. It's not you. there is a solution. There are clothes out there. You just have to really work hard now to get them. And a lot of it has to be online now. And I used to love recommending Nordstrom's for my petite clients, but they're not really serving their petite clients anymore either. Online, yes, but not in the store. They started this thing with them that they mix petites with regular sizes. I mean,
it's hard to find.
It's ridiculous. And, you know, shopping, most women really don't like to shop. It's not true. It's, you know, if I ask people to raise their hands, usually half the room doesn't like to shop. Many get overwhelmed. And so mixing petites with regular sizes is a really great way to turn people off. So I don't understand the logic, but they did that. So online, look for petite only. You might have to get something tailored in terms of sleeves, but there's a lot of 3/4 sleeves out there. So I would just, in the filter, look for 3/4 sleeves, petite only. And one of my favorite brands is Nick and Zoe, and they have a lovely petite line, quite extensive actually. But it's out there. You just have to look a little bit. And depending upon your height, I mean, my client is 4'9". Well, I found tunics for her that she can wear as dresses. There's ways. I have the ways.
Yeah, being really putting your ability to change perspective on how an item is used can help as well. That's awesome. And we have a lot of people that are like, yeah, I roll up my sleeves and this is my issue. And so I feel your pain, ladies, as well. I'm a curvy woman and I've always been athletic. And like capri pants were really hard to find for my calves, and boots were hard to find for my calves. And so really having to, I like your tip of use the filter and get someone to help you who knows brands that are good or knows websites, and not just knows, but knows and keeps up to date and current. Because you said Nordstrom's was good, not so good now.
Right.
Yeah.
And Jackie, you know, you say you're rolling your sleeves up all the time. All my clients know when they see me, they start pushing up their sleeves. An outfit looks much better when your sleeves are pushed up.
That style, yeah.
And it makes us look a little slimmer. So, it accentuates, my feeling is it accentuates your waist or gives you a waistline or the illusion of a waistline. But either way, push them up. If they keep falling down, you might have to shorten it. And there's gadgets out there you can put on your sleeves and roll it over and they'll stay up too. But
very cool. Well, as we kind of wrap this up, Scarlett, I know you have a gift for the ladies. Can you explain what the gift is? And my team will pop it in the chat box.
Yeah. So what happened is through the years of every woman that most women that I work with, everyone, even if they're like a size 6, they want to look thinner. And then this thing called the pandemic happened and people started eating more and gaining some weight. And so I finally put together some tips to help you use your clothes and accessories to give you the appearance of having lost like up to 10 pounds. And it can be done sleeves, the type of top you wear, accessories, type of accessories. So that's my gift. It's tips to look thinner using your clothes and accessories, because
I love it.
There's nobody ever who's come to me and said, I want to look heavier. So I figured it was appreciated tip list.
And like you said, especially with COVID, the way things are, we are maybe holding on to a little bit more weight. And hey, in life, that happens as well at different times. So that's in the chat box now. Thank you, Carissa, for popping that in there. So you can go grab that from Scarlett. And if you want to know more about Scarlett, she'll probably hang out here for a little bit after. And so if you do want to private message her or whatever to ask more about her or how you get in touch with her. And you can also see that scarlettimage.com is her website. So you can go reach out to her. Well, thank you, Scarlett. I really appreciate you coming here and kicking us off at the Trailblazer Summit. And I'm sure we'll connect more with you.
Thank you. You look great, Diane, by the way.
Well, thank you. Thank you. Much appreciated. Okay, in the chat box, why don't you put in what was your biggest takeaway from Scarlett about what she said about the clothes, or even just what she said about other things in life. One of the things for me is the first thing you should do in the morning is really connect with yourself and like make that first impression with yourself. So that might mean that I don't look in the mirror right away, that I make sure I take care of myself first and then jump in front.
Wasn't that a great interview? I'm so glad that I was able to bring these specific talks from the Trailblazer Summit to the Dynamic Women podcast. It's so important to be able to continue to share the knowledge of these experts. And so over the course of the next few weeks, you're going to get more of the amazing interviews with the different speakers that we had at the Trailblazer Summit. So make sure you hit subscribe and like and comment and let us know, what did you learn? What was your insight and takeaway from this specific episode? And if you want to write us a review, hey, I won't stop you, but I'm going to start reading out reviews from our different listeners, and maybe you'll be one of them. And there's also an opportunity to win some special gifts for just giving us a review. 5-star review. Super easy. Okay, everyone. Until next time, be dynamic. Bye.
Thank you, Dynamic Women, for joining us today. Please hop on over to iTunes to subscribe and leave us a review. Who do you know who needs to hear our message? We'd love it if you'd share our channel with your friends and family. If you're ready to be more dynamic, have more balance and more success, head over to www.dynamicwomenclub.com/free gift for your Key to Success book. Stay dynamic.